Okay, so this is the look that we're going for today. If you want to see how I've done that, stay tuned and you can see too. It's a bit crazy. Okay, so me with no makeup, MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in Painterly. Oh, look, I'm showing you again, just in case you missed that because it's so important. Anyway, that's just to prep my eyelids before I start applying all this magical colour that you guys have seen already. So I am just popping that on with my finger. You can use a brush, you can use a beauty blender, you can use whatever you want. I am using my finger at the moment. I tend to use a finger because I use too much if I do my beauty blender. So a wee finger's fine for me. So next stage, Morphe 35O palette. And I am just going over the eyelid there with a kind of that shade there, very kind of nude skin coloured. That is just so that I can then start to blend my powders and they will blend more easily. So we have this orange shade. I'm going just onto the crease, just above the crease. Quite messy, does not need to be that tidy. I'm not concerned whether it goes in my lid or not. And a wee cream shade there. It looks like, oh no, I'm going for the dark orange. The dark orange, kind of burnt shade. Now that's not going as high up, that's just going more in the crease, and we're staying in the crease with that there. I'm using my Morphe Gunmetal brush, and now I'm onto my shader brush by Nancy. I am just doing this underneath. So what you're going to do on the top, you're kind of doing on the bottom as well, and it's going to look like I have a big circle really around my eye. Okay, so that's the Kat Von D Lock-It concealer that I'm using on my eyelid. Now, the reason I'm doing this, I've already prepped my lid. However, this just allows the kind of colours that I'm going to use to be extra bright. So that's it dried, that's the Inglot Freedom palette. Now I'm using this kind of raspberry shade. I cannot remember the name of it. Now I'm having to kind of press quite a lot in there. So that is what I'm doing. I was looking for more purpley, but I could not find one. I don't own that many bright colours anymore because I gave my daughter my Morphe 35C. Maybe need to get something new. Anyway, this Inglot shade I am putting on the outside there that I've created and the inside. And I have just the blank lines up the middle. So now this is a MAC pot. This eyeshadow is called Aquadisiac is the shade, and it's beautiful. It's like a kind of aqua green type shade. Now I have used this on and off for about 10 years. So now we're using this Inglot shade here. It's one of their oh no, I'm putting a bit of the blue on, sorry. A wee bit of the blue on over that MAC turquoisey. Now Inglot, I'm using that white shade here. This is one of the AMC shades, highly pigmented, really kind of pearlized shine. I'm popping a wee bit on under my brows. You're going to see once I do I've not done my brows yet, obviously. You'll see once I do them. I'll probably start faffing around. This is the brows here, Anastasia. Oh, covering the camera, and they're on. Okay, so because this is going to be quite a strong eye look today, I have made the brows extremely bold. Now, this here is some of the MAC eyeliner, and it's silver. No, it's not MAC, I'm talking rubbish, it's NYX, I am so sorry. It is NYX Studio Liner, Extreme Silver. So that is on the inner corner and the outer corner. Now, this is the black NYX Studio Liner. What you will see all over my lids, I have a little bit of sparkle, and I seem to have missed filming it. However, that is another NYX Studio Liner, the sparkle all over my eyelid, and it's like a kind of clear with lots of silvery blue glitter through it. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I just popped a wee bit of that onto my lid all over. This is the NYX Black Studio Liner. The NYX Studio Liners are phenomenal if you've never used them. The liquid eyeliner, the only thing is if I start moving my eye around and it's not dried straight away, then it'll move. But once it actually dries in, it will not budge for the day. It stays extremely glossy. Now I've made a mess under my eyes, as you can see. It doesn't matter. They get worse. This is why I never do my foundation first. Honestly, you should see the mess that I end up getting myself into here. You will see, likely, on video. Oh, there we go. This is Illamasqua black eyeshadow. The shade is called Obsidian. I'm using my Nancy pencil brush just to pop a wee bit under my eyeballs. So I have no lashes. So I actually wasn't going to go with dark under there today, but I was too lazy to bother putting on under lashes. So when I'm lazy like that, to disguise, I pop on a wee bit of black eyeshadow. This is me thinking I look kind of awesome, but look at the state of my face. This is Maybelline Lasting Jam, a 24-hour gel liner. I'm popping that in my waterline. If you've got sensitive eyes, this stuff is amazing. I have the most sensitive eyes ever, and I use this all the time now. I used to use the Illamasqua one, also good, but I now use Maybelline just to save money. This is Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer, going just under my brows to kind of carve out ever so slightly. And I'm using Double Ended Morphe brush there, using the thinner end of it, just to go underneath my brows for that bit of definition. And I honestly think it just makes the world of difference. You don't really see the inner part of your brow that's there, but it does help to really define it, so it's not obvious, so it's fantastic. Now what I'm doing is that Kat Von D palette. I have the shade in light. I have used the very, very pale pinky shade, whitey pink, and I am just going over that underneath my brows. Don't worry, there'll be more to go in there as well. What I'm doing is using the brush that I had used with the kind of paler orange, and that's what I was rubbing over there just to blend. These are Prima lashes. They are phenomenal. So I've got the lashes on. Oh, now what I'm doing is using this Nivea for Men Potion Balm, which is my husband's, and I am using that to prime my face because I like it and it's so cheap. And excuse the state of my skin at the moment. It's really, really bad. I've got white patches, red patches, dry patches. It's so terrible, and it's especially on my scalp. This is me deciding what foundation I'm going to use. I don't know, I have too many. And I think I'm being... Okay, so I used the Dermacol foundation. It's very full coverage. It's from the Czech Republic. It's amazing. Then I used the under eye for concealer. I used the Maybelline Age Eraser, it is amazing as well. And then what I did is I'm using the Intelligent Cosmetics setting veil. Now it's like a translucent powder. It's white, it's got no talc in it. I have used it and I don't get any flashback. Excuse my head in this here. This is me just applying the powder and doing the whole bake your face. So I never ever use translucent white, as I've said a million times, other than this one, because this is amazing. That is the foundation now by intelligentcosmetics.co.uk. Their powder mineral foundation. I have just dotted that to kind of set the rest of my Dermacol. It is amazing. Sorry, if you see my head and you see big dark patches on it, it's actually really dry skin. It's all scabby and it's really bad. I'm so sorry. Anyway, yep, there's me scratching at it. Oh, Michelle, it's not attractive. Leave it alone. What are you doing? Okay, guys. So, let us get on with this. So, now we're going to do some contour. I'm using this palette that I've shown, and it is really, really good. It's Revolution. Really cheap, but really amazing. Now, I wasn't going to go too heavy. I am doing some heaviness with the contour. I didn't know whether to go full on contour or blush, so I've kind of gone full on contour, and then I will add some blush in a while. So we are just going down the nose to try and make that look a bit smaller, because I have a big nose. So this is the Revolution HD powder highlight contour. So the highlight colours that are in that, they're actually very much like setting powder. They're very matte, but they are amazing. Very good. Actually really impressed with this palette for being so cheap. The Makeup Revolution. Sorry, that's me trying to use a mirror from my Tarte palette, and I'm holding it in front of the camera. which is not very clever. Okay, so here we go now. This is me going down the centre of my nose to brighten that up. I will apply highlight, as we know. However, for just now, it's fine. Now what I'm doing is the warmer bronze shade, just going around my face and rubbing at that sore bit on my head again. Oh dear. I tell you, it's a nightmare. Thank goodness for makeup. So this might look a wee bit bonkers, bananas, crazy to everybody. However, I fancied something different and something to cheer me up and brighten up my life, and that is what this did. I also thought I would do the voiceover today rather than talking, because I know that my videos take ages and when I talk it gets even worse. So this is the Milani, it's called Pressed Powder. It is a very warm, it's Pecan's the shade I've got, very warm kind of shade. This is highly pigmented, extremely affordable. You can buy from Beauty Bay or on the Milani website. So I am trying to not talk too much and trying to make this video quicker, but I'm still talking. Now what this is Makeup Academy Undress Your Skin in Oyster. It is a liquid highlight. It is beautiful. I wanted to try a little of it over my foundation just to see if I can do a wee bit of the strobing type idea. Yesterday I tried it with my Becca liquid and it worked amazingly on my skin. However, over foundation, it pulled the foundation off as soon as I tried to beauty blend it. Now, my daughter said to me, obviously it's going to do that, Mum. Whereas I've actually done this with the NYX illuminating powder, which has given me that kind of wet look, totally fresh, and it's amazing, and it did not take off my foundation. So it is okay, the Makeup Academy or whatever it's called, it is not a bad wee liquid there. I'm obviously using my Becca over the top in Opal. I'm using that because I like to be nice and highlighted. It always looks, when I don't have my hair on and I am just being bald, then I think my facial contour and all the sculpting and the rest of it looks quite heavy. However, once I have something on my head, it does not look as much. What I'm doing here is using some matte mineral foundation powder just to keep the centre of my, well, that kind of the triangles kind of under my eyes, keeping them matte, and the highlight will then stand out. So this is Sleek Blush, and I believe the shade is called Pixie or Pixie Pink, I think. I got that from Superdrug. It is amazing. This is me just not really sure what I'm doing, going in between my contour and my highlight. Okay, this is the Gerard Cosmetics nude type shade for my lips. That's it. Now what I'm doing is I've decided I want to go over it with this kind of liquid lip, which is it's like melted lipstick. It's like a dupe for the Too Faced melted. It's by LA Girl. It's amazing. The shade I've got on just now here is Whispers. Very nude, very natural. Didn't want to go heavy in the lips today, obviously. This is kind of your finished look, guys. I hope that is okay. Look at the highlight. I am impressed with myself. I really am. This is me giving you another look. Look at that highlight. Anyway, what I was going to do is pop something on my head. So, oh, John Reno, spicy wig, exciting. Now, what I've done is popped that wig on. As you can see, I have not done anything with it. Literally took out the box, put it on my head. So, this is me. Oh wow, look, I'm side on. That is not very clever, Michelle. So yeah, here we go. So there are the eyes, the cheeks, the face, back to upright, and with my John Reno, which I love. So guys, hope this was okay, and thank you for watching. Lots of love, Michelle.